everyone, this is Sonia here from Growing Craft, and what you are seeing is something which has been freshly made. I can smell my metallic wax and the chalk paints and all the shades right now because this has been made just now, and this looks absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. So yes, I did my mixed media art with all the scraps, whatever I could have collected over the years. So yes, this looks gorgeous and I hope that you are going to enjoy this tutorial. So let's get started, and yes, do not forget to subscribe to my channel before you start this video, and of course hit the bell icon, otherwise you are going to miss so many updates from us. So let's start with this tutorial. Now here is one of my MDF chopboard, and this is a box full of all the scrap pieces which I have been storing. So you can see all the nasty things here, from the chain to the net piece, and from my daughter's toys, some of the nails, screw, whatnot. Even I have few of uh, the canvas bases, the strips what you get, and my old flowers, some of the junk flowers, my bottle cap, and I have all the things in this box which I have been saving since long, and I thought of creating something beautiful with this one. Now here, as you can see me using the wooden pieces. Now these are the pieces which you get with your canvas frames, and yes, these are used for stretching your canvases, but I have never ever used them because I always use my canvas boards for my mixed media arts and my projects, and they are of no use to me, this small pieces. So I have always been storing these so that I can use it on my mixed media projects. Now there are few of the wooden pieces, the clips, which I have been storing. Please don't ask me why, but I have been storing them. Now here I am using my liquid adhesive, and I am going to stick all of these on my base. Now at the end of the video, I realized that I should never have done few of the things which I will discuss later on. But right now what I am doing is I am sticking my paper flowers, my beads, my small pieces of chain, my dry flowers, and trust me, all of these are scraps. Like few of them are the buttons and the things from my daughter's dresses which I had kept, some of the nails, screws, and the hoop rings and whatnot. I know you guys must be thinking that I'm crazy, but trust me, you can do mixed media with all the scraps. You every time don't have to buy something new. Every time you don't have to use the expensive embellishments and the pieces to stick your artwork and create a beautiful piece. Now here what I'm doing is I'm using a flat brush, and I'm just trying to spread my liquid adhesive well so that I can stick my net fabric, my chains, the smaller pieces of the chains, and some of the bolts and the screws also. Now this was something which I had decided that I'm going to have a center focal point, and then around that I'm going to stick everything. But at the end of the session, what I did was completely different. So what I had was a beautiful masterpiece which I have created, and I am absolutely proud of. Now here I am adding the nails, the metal nails around it. So you need to be a little careful when you are working with these supplies. Now this was a net fabric which is used for the bouquets making. So this was actually one of the pieces from one of the trochia and the bouquet packaging which was there in the box. I am sticking this one. Now this is one of the best thing which I thought I have used in this project. Now I am going to use some more pieces of my net here and there, and this is just going to make sure that it adds a little more extra drama. Yes, of course, once you use your heat gun on this, they are going to shrink like anything, but they are going to give such a beautiful texture to your piece. Now for this project, I love using my liquid adhesive, and I have been a big fan of it since long. And yes, you heard me right. I use this adhesive for almost all my projects, and I absolutely love it. If you want, you can even try your acrylic matte gels, and they also work beautifully. So here I am done with the application of my liquid adhesive around my base, and now what I am going to do is I am going to keep it on my funnel tray, and I am going to have my more extra adhesive. That's really important. Make sure that you cover the space area really well. Now here, this is one of the mistakes what I did. I actually did my adhesive work on all the bases texture, but I should have done my texture work only on the sides, but no worries. Here I'm adding my granule stones, and these are one of my favorite for my mixed media and my decoupage projects. Now as here you can see, because of my so much of adhesive on, even on my the embellishments what I have sticked, those were not clear, but trust me, the end product looks absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. Now I'm going to use my heat gun to dry this up. This is very important. You need to make sure that everything dries up before you start your coloring work. It will take time. It is definitely going to take too much of time to dry this out, but this is very, very, very important. And of course my heat gun makes this super easy and super quick for me. So this is how it looks after drying, and now I am going to use my round brush, and here I'm going to have one of the shades of the chalk paint. And yes, trust me, if you want, you can always play around with the shades whichever you want. So here you can see me changing all the colors, and yes, this looks gorgeous. And now it's time to add my chalk paint here. Now if you don't have a chalk paint, you can create your own chalk paints. How to create your own chalk paints, I have already done a video on that. You can check it on my channel, or I'm going to share the link in the description box. Do check that. Now this is absolutely pleasure, and I love doing this work. Adding the colors to your project is something which gives a life to it, which gives a different level of pleasure when you're working on it. So yes, I absolutely love this one. So here what I have used is a blue color. So I actually wanted to play around with the blue and the golden shades, and I thought that this is going to look perfect. Now in this step you have to make sure that you apply your shades generously. There should not be any of the spaces left with the white color. Even if it is there, of course we will find some way to cover it up, but we need to make sure that there are no spaces left, and you need to cover your project completely. Now there are also times when I love adding my gesso to it, but here I knew that my granule stones, they are the natural stones, so that means they absorb the color so well. They just take your color so well that even doing your directly chalk paints work pretty well with this one. So here what I'm doing is I'm just trying to brush up everything really well. Now my bud was still wet, which I could realize during this coloring pattern. So no worries, you can just hold it a little bit, try to pour in the colors, but do make sure that you color it up on every inch and corner. Like I said, this takes a little time to dry out. Of course, if you have done the chalk paint or any of your colors on the top of it, it will take some more color too. But then it's absolutely fine. Trust me friends, doing this and getting a beautiful result is something which you are going to love. Now what I will be doing with this chopboard piece, the mixed media art, so either I can have two magnet pieces on the back and make it as a beautiful and decorative magnet piece. If not, then I can use it as a decorative piece. I can even have a hook at the back, and I can use this as a wall decor piece, and I can even use this as a hanging. So yes, the options are limitless. It's up to you that how you want to use it, although I'm liking the idea of magnet a little more. Now here I'm almost done, and yes, my beautiful base looks absolutely gorgeous, and I'm absolutely in love with this one. So for a moment I thought I'll just keep it like that, but it's me, we have to color it, and I am going to color it. So yes, now once I'm done with this, I am going to move on to the next step of coloring, but before that we need to make sure that even this layer of color dries out completely. So after a couple of hours, this has dried out completely, and this looks absolutely amazing. So now here what I have is my shimmer paint, and these are one of my favorite paints. Now what I'm going to do is, with a round brush, with a complete dry round brush, I'm just going to brush it up on my artwork. So that's the best part of doing texture work, that whenever you are doing a brush up technique, it actually helps in highlighting your textures, and your texture looks fab. So this is one of a very good technique, dry brushing technique. Take a complete dry brush, just take a tinge, like half drop of the color, and brush it up on your artwork. Now I absolutely love using my round brushes, but if you want, you can even take your flat brushes. It's absolutely fine. Even the broader brushes are also going to work pretty well in this one. Now here the shade what I'm using is a golden color. If you want, you can take up the metallic color, the bronze color, the copper color. The choice is yours. Like I always say, it depends on what kind of look and feel you are looking for. And yes, it matters a lot because each shade has its own pros and cons, and each shade has its own charisma to it. So yes, do ensure that what color combination you are looking for, and then you will have to play it around accordingly. So now this actually has a teal blue chalk paint, but because of my light setting and I don't know what was going around, but it came out to be a blue one. But I'm sharing the pictures at the end. You will see that how my actual color was. Now again using my heat gun to dry this up, and now it's time to add my metallic wax. This is one of the beautiful things what I have bought recently. So what you need to do is you need to just rub your fingers on the wax and rub it very gently on the base. I'm so sorry that it is not very good visible on the video right now because I was so engrossed in doing this work that I did not realize that I was off camera while doing this. So yes, after some time I realized that I have to make sure that it is visible to you. So I'm trying to cover it up as much as I can. Now, where do we use the metallic wax? These are used to highlight your texture work. So there is a difference in using your chalk paints or the metallic paints for highlighting and the using of metallic wax. Now, I will be using this more to give a edge to it, to give a finished look to it. So yes, you need to make sure that you use very limited portion of this on your panel. Now with this I'm going to cover up all the sides completely, and I'm just going to brush this up on the top of it. And I'm again sorry for not having a very good video look on this. I will shoot up something really interesting very soon, and that will be live on my channel. So with this my tutorial is done, sharing few more pictures at the end, and I really hope that you all like this video. And if you guys have any query, please do comment below. I will be more than happy to help you all. And yes, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you do not miss any of our updates. Thank you so much for watching guys. Take care. Bye bye.